Welcome back. Had a few weeks break, but here I am in the sun. I was laughing to myself. So I've had a few weeks off. It's been absolutely roasting, weather-wise, as everybody knows, and I've left a job because I'm lazy. No, I've been busy and I've just had a bit of a break from everything, and I'm going to have to sort it now because it's annoying me. Drip, drip, drip. So the water that's on the roof, the tape seal that I've got down the middle, sealing the sheets together, is obviously split and failed, so now I've got water dripping through, and it's pouring off the light the other day. Oh joys. So I've got to clean all that up. And I've got some more tape to put on, which I've been putting off. And obviously because it's been hot and dry, there was no water up there. So, and I was saying to myself, I'm going to sort that, but lo and behold, did not. And now obviously we've had a little bit of rain and it's dripping through. I've got to sort it, so I've got to clear all the water up to then, and then dry it all to then put the new tape on. Hey ho, it's my own fault, isn't it? So I'm going to get some bits together, get that sorted. Then, I don't know what, I'm going to do some water tests. Not that the fish are looking off, but just because I haven't done any for a good few weeks, just to see where we're at. And then just a bit more tidying and maintenance stuff. Clean the window on the outside, because I don't know what this stuff is. God knows what that is. I've got limescale scum there, so I'm going to get all that off. And then just chill out. It's my birthday today. And look at these. Funny story about these. I'm 44, 45 next week, so by the time you see this I'll be 45. Oh joys. And I've never grown sunflowers, so I've decided this year, being my 45th year in existence, I was going to grow some sunflowers, and they've done absolutely amazing. That's gone a bit banana-y. That got blown over in the wind, and it's now very heavy. But everything else over here got toasted in the sun. Look at the state of these. Absolutely burnt to a crisp, but the sunflowers loved it. Hilarious. Go me. Right, anyway, let's get my bits together, get my tape, clean the roof, dry the roof, put the tape on, job done. It's going to take 10 minutes. In my head, it's probably going to take me an hour. See you in a bit. I'm up the ladder. Dangerous. Anyway, while I'm up here, green roof. It's survived the drought and the baking sun. Because we've had a bit of rain, it's sort of springing back into life again now. Some little flowers coming, look. But yeah, it's looking alright still. Some longer puffier bits in the middle there. Yeah, still well happy with that. Anyway, I'm going to use a different method. I'm going to mop it up, and then I've got some cloths down there, old scabby work ones which are drying because they're a bit damp, and then I'm going to obviously have to dry the roof, and then I can reseal it with some new, hopefully slightly stronger tape, T-Rex tape. It's going to be strong because it's a dinosaur, and as we know, dinosaurs are well hard and strong. And then going to tape it back up. But the fun bit is standing on here, on the joisty bits, and trying to mop it up. Normally, I spray it off with my window cleaning brush. Don't know if you've seen me before doing it. But as it's leaking, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and take the water off rather than put it on. Right, I'll be back in a bit when hopefully it's looking a lot cleaner. Obviously it didn't go to plan. The old tape disintegrated into 60 million pieces. and I didn't get all the water off. I need me wet and dry vac. I couldn't be bothered to go and get it. I'm just going to leave it, but clean the middle off, clean most of that panel, and got the new tape down. Luckily, because it's so blinking hot, the tape's nice and soft. So in fact there's still quite a bit left. I might give it another pass from top to bottom. I think what happens is, when the roof flaps when it's windy, because it's only connected at the back here, a couple here, and then across the front, the middle flaps like that in the wind, and over time causes the tape to split. That's what I think. But as I've been banging on about for forever, the roof rebuild will be next year, it won't be this year. I'm going to put a slope on it that way, either with these sheets or some new, completely new top, I don't know what, but have a slope to the back. I've got a guttering on the back. And then there's the waste bin down there from a drum, so I'm just gonna, at the minute the water just pees out down that gap there, get it going into the drum, and then that gets pumped to the drain. But do I do another pass? I think I do. I'll be back when I'm tidying up the joys. Bye. Hello? Oh, hello, it's me. But you're wondering where I've been. Still alive, don't panic. Just been very busy with work. Pond's taken a bit of a back seat, and everything in the garden and all of that jazz, because work has been off the scale, and I've had just a bit of a break from it all. But I'm back today. I thought, what better video to come back with than got a bit of a problem video. It's not major, well I don't think it is, and it's this fish here, the Utsuri, aka Bumble Bee, and maybe that Mariama Showa. Anyway, I'll see if she can, when she comes round. It looked yesterday when I got in, she didn't come by the, I was out here for about half hour, 40 minutes, she didn't actually swim past the window so I could get a decent look, but she's got on the side of her head, I think looking today, it's a blob of excess mucus. We'll talk about that in a minute. I thought it was a knock originally. Don't know if you're going to pick that up. I'll try a bit maybe later on. But it's feeding alright, not grumpy or anything like that. But just, as I say, originally I thought it was a knock, but closer inspection today, there's a load of mucus. So I've added a new fish. Oh, what's happened with that? Oh, that's knocked a couple of scales out from yesterday. So I've added a new fish, which we'll have a closer look at in a bit. But before that, I did possibly think there was something up. I don't know. Just a little bit of weird behaviour, but I haven't done anything. I've just sat on my hands. As I say, I've been busy, so which has probably helped. I've just let them get on with it the last few weeks. But I think the last couple of videos I had a couple of knock scales on the Shiro. That knocked a couple more scales out, but it's all cleared up now. You'd probably not notice unless you were really looking. It got another knock towards its tail, which went a bit red and a bit. There we go, look. See, just some excess mucus, which I thought was a knock. It's not quite as thick as it was yesterday. So anyway, the Shiro cleared up, and then it knocked the back of its tail, and that cleared up. So I was like, okay, there's obviously something going on. I'm not going to do anything, and I was busy with work, so here we are today with some excess mucus on that. So I'm thinking it's probably a parasite issue. There's been a little bit of flicking and flashing, but not, you know, not crazy stuff. The fish haven't been jumping and going nuts. So there's been no massive cause to do anything. But now, because of the excess mucus, I'm going to investigate. So as I always say, because I'm the expert of having issues in a pond, I'm checking my water parameters first. So they're ticking down nicely now. Oh, there we go, look. So nitrite still counted down, 0 chlorine, that's coming at 0.11, and the pH is its normal brownie, 8.2, something like that, 8.4. Food wise, I'm feeding, I did work it out the other day, 300 and something grams a day, so they're getting a decent amount of food. So I'm always going to probably show ammonia. So I thought I'd start with my water tests to rule that out, which probably, it's not water quality issues. I thought maybe it'd be chlorine actually, because I haven't done anything with the Big Blue for a while. And as you know, for some reason, for about 2 or 3 months on the bounce, I was getting chlorine readings, and I haven't checked my water parameters. Don't laugh. Get the Koi diary since 17th of August. Chlorine 0, pH was where it's at now, nitrite was a little bit higher, and ammonia was a bit higher, 0.2, but I think I've just increased the feed. I didn't write that down anyway. So yeah, always I thought the easiest thing to do, as I say, water tests. I'm probably going to scrape a couple because I want to scrape the new fish. Yes, I bought a new fish, I couldn't help myself. I mean, that's why we have ponds. I've got still 1,000,001 jobs to do here, but I thought I'd seen a fish, a favourite variety of mine, a Chiba, reasonably priced, and I had it delivered. No problems at all. Well happy with the delivery and the service. It came when it should have. I think it came at about 9:15 in the morning. Apart from Mr. APC man manhandling the box, even though it had live fish written on it. But you know, who are they to read? Sorry for all delivery drivers out there. So that's in the pond. I didn't scrape that. I was busy that day. As you know, I'm into my cycling. The Tour of Britain came through Nottinghamshire, so we dashed off out, me and some mates, and cycled. Did about 70 miles that day, cycled over to Mansfield and back to watch the finish in the monsoon that was that day, as that day's weather. So I dumped the fish in, and that was last week, so it's been a week now, and I didn't do anything. As I say, I didn't do anything. I acclimatised the fish on the water, put it in a bowl, slowly added some of my pond water, and it was fine, and then put it in the pond, and it's been happy as Larry since. But we just need to work out what's going on with that, and why has that lost 2 scales since yesterday. Goodness me, I don't know. So I'm going to get her out and give her a scrape. I'm obviously going to find a parasite, I would say. I might get this little fella out and give him a scrape as well. That's the new Chiba. Very skinny, but wasn't fed from a dealer from Select Nishkagoi, Darren Simmons, who only wants female fish, so it was put in his male pond until it's sold, and not a lot of food going in, but we'll rectify that. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that other water test to come in, and then yeah, see, it's all nearly healed up now, and then I'll get her out, I'll get some scrapes, and I bet you bottom dollar I'm going to find something, but we'll see. And then I'll get the little Chiba out for a closer look and a final measure. I did quickly measure, I think it was 32, 33 it went in, and I'll get a scrape of that fish as well, because that was a new fish added. So yeah, so I thought I'd pick the camera up and share that with people, because I haven't been around for a while. Here we go. Right, nitrite 84, 84 0.1, 8.2, 8.4. So water parameters for me okay. I can't remember what 84 relates to. I think if it's below 100. Oh, I don't know. Well, that's where we're at with that, and there's nothing there to cause me any concern, so we'll get some scrapes done while I've got a bit of a free afternoon before I go and get my hair cut, because I look like Wurzel Gummidge, and then we'll take it from there. Will I need to treat? Probably, as I say, I think it's a parasite issue. I did treat, I'm looking on my book now, the end of July I did treat for flukes, did my Learnex Pro, but I only did one treatment of that. So whether or not it had got rid of all the flukes then, I don't know, but this lot of scrapes I'm going to do now, we'll see. So I'll come back to you in a bit when we've got the fish in the bowl, and it'd be good to see how big she is now. I can't remember the last measurement. I've got no notes anywhere of the size of Bumble Bee, but she's definitely put a decent amount of body on this year, and probably length. As you know, when you're looking at your fish day in, day out, you don't really notice them growing, but when people come around and look at your fish, like, that has grown. So it probably has grown, but by how much I don't know, because I didn't write it down. But I know some people that came round a month or so ago who haven't seen. Oh my god. Yeah, some people came round, some friends of mine that hadn't seen the pond for a while, see the fish and just like, oh my god, everybody has grown. So you don't get that when you see them every day. So it'll be nice just to get a number on her, and then we'll see. And the achiever. So I'll catch you in a bit when I've got them in the bowl. I'll get my scope set up and we'll see what we can see, and then I'll take it from there. Do I want to find something? Probably yeah, because it'll explain the mucus, because it's not the water. But it's always a bummer when you've got a treat, especially now when they're having a decent bit of food. The weather for this year has been crazy, hasn't it? The pond's still at 22 degrees. So they've had some decent heat, they've had a decent amount of food this year, so yeah. Shame to sort of interrupt that now, because September, sort of October time in my head, the fish know that the winter's on its way, so they're just munching and munching and munching, and you can normally winkle another centimetre or two out of some fish, or get a bit of extra body on them. So, and adding a treatment's not ideal, is it? Anyway, I'm waffling on. I'll get the fish out, we'll have a closer look at them, so I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Two bowls. Sedated water, not sedated water. So I've just got a scrape, and the fish bin in the non-sedated water. And this is said new fish, if you can see, because of the glare. So I think we're at 34 cm, 100% male, slightly rough gill plates, huge pecs, proper traits. Probably going to be a slim-bodied fish, but quality's there. It's clean. A few gimrin scales in it, but nothing to panic about. And as I said, first fish I've ever had delivered. Easy process. Fish travelled well, apart from Mr. APC man chucking the box around. But yeah, I wouldn't hesitate in probably ordering a fish again online and having it delivered. Maybe not if it was a expensive fish, I'd prefer to pick it up, but yeah, I'm happy. I'll be happy if we can get it to sort of 60-70 cm. Clean head. So yeah, I didn't scrape this when I put it in, but that was a week ago, so I've got a scrape now. We'll check that anyway, as well as then getting out the beast that's Bumble Bee. So I'll get him back. Will be a bit too much today, look. I'll put him back, check the scrape out, and then take it from there. He's scraped himself a little, so they probably are flicking and flashing. But because I've not been round a lot, because I've been bloody working, I've not noticed. And there's my phone, that's probably work related. Right, I'll catch you in a bit, and we've got the Utsuri out. See you in a moment. So I've just got my scrape, and this is now sedated water. So I just had a quick measure of her. She's 62, 63. She's a bit wriggly, so I'll wait till she chills out a bit. I had a closer look at this. This is just a massive excess mucus patch. There's no damage. Yeah, just a lot of mucus. So I just did a scrape on the Utsuri, or just had a look, did a scrape and had a look at it under the scope. I found trick, some flukes, and that weird, which I'll overlay in a minute, some weird kind of bug thing. God knows what it was, whether it was a fish lice, I don't know. I will need to have a look online to see if it was. It probably wasn't. It may be a rotifer or something like that. Interesting to see though. I took the slide out of the scope to have a look at the scope, look at the scrape to see if I could see actually anything there, but I couldn't. So it was really small. But yeah, this fish, I mean, it's sort of hard to comprehend how big she is now, but yeah, definitely put on some body this year. And if you remember last year's issue, when a load of scales were taken out, look at that, nothing now. You wouldn't even know, apart from that one little dodgy scale that's growing over there, which you can see at any angle, but even that's not as pronounced as it was. So yeah, love this fish, well happy. Even happier, as I say, I'll get another measure in a minute to confirm, but yeah, 60 plus now. So no other marks on her, gills look fine. It's literally just that bit of mucus which is causing me concern, so we'll see what we can see on this slide in a moment. But yeah, fish wicked. Right, sun's out, so I'll get her back in, and then I'll report back on this slide. I'll let you know, or I'll get a proper measurement in a second when you can use both me hands. I'm going to give her 63 cm. And as per usual, the sumi always drops off her when she's if I've had her out in a bowl or something. But should be right. And I think I can see there's a scale down there in the bottom of the bloody pond, probably from the Karashi guy. Bloody fish. Right, I'll get the air on and we'll have a look at this slide. See what we got. Right, in a bit. God, squinting. I don't even know what I'm using. Anyway, so Utsuri scrape, a couple more trick, couple more flukes. The fluke, to be honest, look half dead, but they were moving, but not like I've seen flukes before. So, well, I've got a plan of action now, finding that. I'm going to PP first, later today, after my haircut. And then I will... what have I got in here still? Learn X Pro. I will then learn X Pro tomorrow, late afternoon. Yeah, great, when we're back from dropping off to uni. So there we go, good and bad. I found the problem at least. But treating, we're trying to avoid treating, but if you got to treat, you got to treat, haven't you? Joys. He's going to be peed off now. So there we go, so there's probably no need to scrape anymore. Got 2 fish out and both parasites on both fish, so I was going to see if I could see that scale still. Yeah, there, look. I don't know if you'll pick it on camera because of the reflection. Just there. Yeah, that's definitely a fish scale. Looks like a couple of teeth in the bottom as well, a couple of white specks. Off of that fish, there's it going to go past the window. No joke, it was fine yesterday. I was sitting out here, I was standing out here last night, had the light on so visibility was good. You're still grumpy. Visibility was good, didn't notice anything on anybody other than I wanted to have a closer look at that. Goddamn fish. So there we go. So I'll be putting my PP in, as I say, later on. Oh, she's proper moody, look at her. Anyway, I better pack up, as I say, go to the hairdressers, and then when I get back I can get all this stuff mixed up. I think I bought a new packet of TP. Yes! Always handy to have it on hand. It's got like 4 years life on it, so it's not going out of date anytime soon. And my Learn X Pro, I think I replenished that after the last treatment because I didn't quite have enough out of one bottle. Hey ho, right, I'm going to get my mess tidied and then get my barnet tidied. Catch you later. Oh, I didn't need to leave that there. PP's in. As you can see, probably not. So, because I've got me foam producers, I actually made a few of these a while back, well, a few, 2, 1 for each side. So I can pop that in. Probably not one-handed, but I'm going to get that in there. That'll just stop then any foam coming out. And if you remember before, I made some weird contraption for the end. So just a bit of 1.5 inch pipe that I can push in with a cap on the end. I'll get them pushed in. I need 2 hands. Push them in. I might as well clean this up later on as well. That's all the crusty crap. Look at that. And it's produced off the foam. I think I said before, that side always produces more than this side, but I think it's because of the shorter pipe run. This is the longer side. The water flow on the other side is a lot faster from this pipe than that. There is flow this side, but it's just a lot less. Anyway, I'm going to keep them on them now. Oh, they're not happy with me. Oh dear. I'll turn my feeder off as well. I won't give them anything to feed for today. Just let them get through this. Like I always do as well, I'm going to make up a half dose now, just in case I need to top it up. I think I did last time I PP'd, which whenever that was, God knows when. I had to put a couple of half doses in. So I'll get that mixed up now. It's only about 9 grams, 18 and a bit grams I think I put in. I'll double check that anyway. 9 grams ish, just in that pot out here ready to go, just in case I need it, which I can dish in. There you go. As long as it nukes him, I'm okay with it. Right. We'll catch you on the other side of the PP treatment. All being well. Laters. 4 hours are up. Put some dechlor in. Water is well and truly brown now. Oh look. Got a brown mouth. Sorry girl. So that should be clear by tomorrow. And then tomorrow when I get back from a lengthy journey, dropping the daughter off to Sunderland Uni, I will do my flute treatment. Oh look, haircut, looking fresh. I'll then pop my flute treatment in, and hopefully we can get the critters. I haven't seen the kit, obviously the water's been purple, so I've not seen the Utsuri close up to see what it looks like, but hopefully, oh socks and slides, it's not a good look in the mirror. In the mirror? Window. Well, it'll be hopefully crystal clear tomorrow morning. Down there somewhere, look. Anyway. So what a welcome back video. A welcome back to bloody pain video. I've got me stuff out. I'll just measure in the morning. My Lernex. Just there. Still got these covered up. I'm going to leave them in until I've done that, because I don't want any of that foaming out coming over. I don't mind if the pond's a bit foamy. Don't bother me at the minute, because I just want to get the treatment in. And I'm not going to do what I did last time when I took the bypass out for the drum, didn't I, for however many days, and I had pond carnage. I'm not doing that this time. I'm just going to pop it in. Yeah, I'm just going to pop it in and then leave it. So if the drum, hopefully the drum won't take any bad. If I get it mixed a bit better this time, I used the blender before and it mixed it up a lot better than just in a bit of a bucket with a spoon and whatnot. That didn't really cut it. I've got, most of us have got I don't know what it is, some kind of blender, Nutri blender thing. That whipped it up quite well and got it mixed within the pond water a bit better than just mixing it by hand. So I'll do that, pop it in, won't take the bypass out, UV's off, feeders off, and then we'll take it from there. The joys. Right, it's dinner time, I'm going in, get some food. I'll see you later. Bye. Stressed. It's not all bad, because Cheddar's out here helping. Jeds. He loves helping. See? Loves it. Anyway, just done my photos. Stressful enough for the grow and show last year's, the Kahaku single colour fish. I've just had a couple of fish out to photo them for the last hour or so. anyone that photos fish for a living, like Lee and Bess, the koi dealers, hats off to you, it's hard work. Anyway, the feeder went off. When I say the feeder went off, it just went and then about 4 pellets popped out. And I've had a look in here, and we've got a bit of a blockage. So I'm going to have a look at that in a minute. Also, just a quick update on fish. So I did a treatment last week. I don't think I filmed it actually because I was rushing. I had a busy weekend. I've been away. Went to a wedding and then I had a day out because it was my wedding anniversary. So I did my PP treatment, then got my hair cut, and then I came back later that evening. I then did, or the next day, I did my fluke treatment. I haven't re-scraped. Everyone's looking alright. The mucus build-up on the Utsuri now, on the side of her head, is all but disappeared now. So hopefully, we've nipped that in the bud now. I've been out here. Here we go. Look, still a bit, but it's not as bad as it was. Look, it's nearly disappeared. So hopefully we've got that sorted. But I'm not going to re-scrape them. So I've had the net in here trying to get the kahaku for the bio-grown show and the karashi out. Not that you can see because of reflection. So yeah, I'm going to leave them be at the minute. I've not seen any crazy behaviour or flashing or whatever, or seen anything else to warrant maybe another scrape. That fish is crazy. Love it. But I am going to investigate that. I reckon there's a slug in there. And it's funny, because I didn't hear it go off this morning. Normally, you hear the buzzing of it, because it's probably one of the loudest feeders out on the market. And you can hear it from in the house, buzzing and spinning round. So I didn't hear that this morning, but been watching a bit of telly today, the Queen's Funeral, been watching that. So I'm going to dig it out. There'll be a mangled slug in there, I bet. Ugh, joys. Anyway, let's see what delights await me in the shoot for the food. Here we go. So no mangled slug. Spins alright, there's nothing in there. I can put the cover back on and put it back on. So God knows why that got blocked up with food. Yeah, that sits on there like that, just to keep the bottom covered. Then in here, you then get this bit to put over there. I presume that's just to stop all of the food falling down in one go. Ooh. There we go. So I'll get that back on. So I don't think I've had any food today. Hence when I went over that pond a minute ago, earlier, they went nuts. Right, fill it up with food, even though I've just wasted a ton, and get it back on. This will be the first test. Come on, please work. There we go. There we go, even though the karashi and the kahaku have been out, straight on the food. Good. So talking of food, as you know, I was on the Saki balance. We munched through that 20 kilos in a matter of, I don't know, 6-8 weeks, something like that. Can't remember, but obviously I haven't done a video for a while, so it's not in the forefront of my mind. So when that was gone, I did actually, because the temperatures were so high, rightly or wrongly, I don't know, we'll see, I switched to the high growth stuff. Still sinking, still a smaller pellet, just a bag of that, and that's nearly out now. Whatever's in there, which is about half full, that's the last of that now. So I think I'm going to switch back to the Saki balance. Slight tint to the water, not majorly, but has it really made a difference? I don't know. Mixed aged fish, do I really want to be feeding sort of a higher protein or a growth food? I don't know. I think sometimes food's aimed more at the koi keeper than it is the koi, but I did like the balance. Not as much waste. There's a little bit more waste in the pond now. And there's definitely a slight tint which I didn't have before in the water. And I'm putting that down to the food because that's the only thing that's changed. So we're going to switch back when that's done in half of that, I don't know, a few weeks. So there we go, that's it for this catch-up video. Not a lot else been going on, just been getting on with normal, everyday, boring life. And having a bit of a break from vlogging. Not that I've had anything going on, because everything I want to get going on involves the garden as opposed to the pond. So yes. And if you're in the buy a grow and show from last year, remember there's a video out for that now, which I'll put, is it that way? It's that one, isn't it? Up there in the corner there. Make sure you get over and get yourself watching that, just so you know what you got to do and get entered, not entered, but submit your photos so we can have a look and see how you did, and then get that reviewed and dish out the prizes. So that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. It's good to be back. And I'll see you soon. Probably no doubt when I'm putting the bloody covers on, because it's freezing at the minute. Well, in the mornings, another night time. Not right now, sun's out. Catch you soon. See you later, bye.